What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Gore Pirates Dynasty here on the Oklahoma High School football mod. Here in this game of NCAA 14, we find ourselves restoring the hate against our arch rivals in Drumright, where we may be in different conferences, but by golly, we are here and we are ready to take these Drumright kids down. Drumright is coming in at a 1-4 record, but they come in as the better team on paper. They're C pluses across the board, whereas we're still a DDT plus ourselves, and they are certainly capable of being very much a significant problem. But we've been having an excellent season so far, and we're not going to let our arch rivals, who are on a 3-game losing streak, by the way, change that one bit. So we are really excited about getting this episode out to you guys here today. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you happen to be brand new to the channel. Let's go ahead and not waste any more time. Let's jump right into this. So let's go ahead and get at it with our hated rivals in Drumright. As Drumright's going to start with the ball, and they're going to hand it off to PJ Endicott, who's going to pitch it out to Reese White. And Reese White will pick up a good set of yards, a gain of 7. I want to bring down our rivals because not only are they 1-4, are they a lesser team? I mean, look at their helmets. You want to talk about some poverty helmets? Drumright definitely has them there, man. Worst helmets I've seen in the OK mod so far. So we gotta beat the poverty program, man. But Reese White is making it really difficult right now, as Reese White is going to pick up a gain of 25 yards. Drumright is already deep into our side of the field, but we will at least get him into a 3rd and long, as we'll see what PJ Endicott can do with his arm. Endicott is going to wind up and throw to the left-hand side, and Dion Phillips is going to make the catch. Touchdown, Tornadoes. And we had a man over there, but our man just gets beat in the single coverage. He could not locate the ball in time. So Drumright is going to get the lead for right now, but we do get a studio update from that Edmond Santa Fe team. We saw them quite a bit in the last episode. This is a team that maybe should be ranked in the OK Preps top 25, but it hasn't happened yet. That being said, though, we end up going 3 and out on our next possession, so we definitely are starting a lot slower than what we typically do. So Drumright is going to have the ball yet again. And now a 1st and 10 awaits, as the Tornadoes will now go with the play action. Endicott's going to look over the right-hand side and finds Condre Gunter. His first catch of the day goes for a gain of 14 yards. As now we'll see Endicott run it this time around. He's got some speed on his wheels, and PJ Endicott nearly picks up a 1st down of his own. As now we got a 2nd and short, so I imagine they will run the ball yet again. No, they pass it, and they throw to the right-hand side to the tight end Xavier Gravett, and moves the sticks yet again for Drumright. It's been a dominating first quarter for the Tornadoes, and the Gore Pirates are trying to stop the bleeding. 3rd and long, though. They're trying to set up the halfback screen. He's in open space, and Reese is going to fight through the tackle and picks up yet another 1st down. It has been down horrendous for your Pirates today, as it looks like it might continue, as Gravett is going to expose us down the middle of the field. A catch that goes for 20 yards. And now, staring down a goal line situation. Endicott dropping back, but we're going to finally get to this quarterback. And it's going to be our man, Porter Winstrand, the freshman sensation. He's going to bring him down. And the freshman at safety, starting on varsity football, day 1, going to bring him down yet again. So makes it a lot harder of a goal line opportunity to pick up, and Drumright actually is going to be short, but it doesn't change the fact that Drumright has absolutely dominated us in this first quarter of action. We're down 7-0, but it certainly feels like more than that. So Drumright does end up kicking the field goal. We do at least force a field goal, but we really need this offense to do something now. 3 and outs on the first couple of drives are simply not acceptable, and I think we just got to go back to basics. Got to get Caden Doman out of the pocket and, just let him cook. He's got some legs to use. As we try to get him going through the air as well, Doman just dumps it off to the tight end, Jake Durant. And Jake Durant will pick up a gain of 9 there. So now a 1st and 10 coming up once again. As Doman is in the shotgun, looking around, has to dump it off yet again. Finds Vita St. Louis, who's going to be able to get to, looks like about midfield. So the Pirates are putting together a solid drive. As Doman again drops back, looks over the middle and finds Purenbacher. Purenbacher starting to have a little bit more of a role over the past couple of games. Didn't have a catch before the previous episode, but he's certainly getting more involved to give some relief to Jake Durant so he doesn't have to be in all the time. And it really is helping Vita St. Louis find some holes in his defense. He gets a nice run there before Doman looks over the middle of the field and wanted Beef Wellington. But Jonathan Cooper almost ends the drive instantly. And now it's 2nd and 10. Doman in the shotgun, drops back. He's going to... we hit the wrong button. A little bit of a fourth roll, Blake. We hit the wrong button there. I really wanted Vita St. Louis out of the backfield. He was open on this wheel route. We were going to at least get a first down off of that. Instead, we floated to Danico Falla Jr., and it's an easy interception for the Tornadoes. So a tough break for our guys as our defense has to come back onto the field once again. And it looks like they're going to run the triple option. Grayson going to get the carry. The fullback will surge forward for a gain of 5 on the play. Is now 2nd and 5 coming up as Endicott again going with the option. Hey, if it's not broke, why change anything? And Endicott is getting loose until he's finally forced down. Looks like about the 33-yard line. But Tornadoes already have 100 yards of running. And we still have a full half of football left to play. It's been down horrendous. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Tornadoes, though, as they'll throw over to the right-hand side. Reese White fighting through a couple of defenders, but were able to rally enough to force this 4th down attempt. And, of course, the way their offense is moving the ball, I'm not surprised that they're going to go for it. But we will say access denied, young man, as PJ Endicott is going to be dropped in the backfield. And, oh, baby, did we really need that. However, the bad news for us, though, is that we actually go 3 and out on our next possession. So, even though we get some momentum from our defense, our offense could not take advantage of it. So, 10-0 is still going to be your score. And this is a big drive here in the ball game. We do not want to see Drumlight score yet another touchdown. A 3-possession game going into the half, that could be a massive problem in this rivalry game. So now 2nd and 15 coming up as Ennicott's going to dump it off over to the left-hand side. We had a couple of guys over there, but even with that, Reese White is still going to be able to pick up a gain of 5 on the play. So now a 3rd and 10 coming up, and it looks like a little bit of a glitch here as they're actually going to go ahead and run no huddle after all. Sometimes this things happens with, and this is not just in like this OK football mod. This happens with like college football revamp and the base game. It's always been a base game issue. Something that you typically see from a game that is, well, over a decade old at this point. That certainly makes me feel a little bit dated saying that, but you know, it is what it is. But 3rd and 10 coming up here, trying to get the drum right off the field. We drop 8 in coverage, and they dump it off to Phillips, where Dalton Barentine is able to make the tackle, but he cannot prevent the touchdown, though. And again, the drum right Tornadoes, they will storm along and try to push it into the end zone. Endicott drops back, has some pressure in his face, and it's nearly intercepted. That it looks like just in time made the play there. So a 3rd and long upcoming. We'll see if it's to finally be the magic 3rd time to charm. And it is. Reese White is able to make the catch, but might have been a better business decision to go ahead and just drop that instead. They could have at least preserved the timeout and make this a little bit more manageable of a field goal attempt. Granted, it's still just like a 31, 32 yarder. Definitely makeable for the high school kickers, as kick is up, and that will be good. So Drumright does manage to get another field goal up on the scoreboard, and we have been thoroughly dominated in this first half of action. Your Gore Pirates have been shut out, and we're down 13 to our inferior rivals. So here's to hoping that the second half is significantly better. We do at least get the ball to start the second half. So here we go, trying to make something happen in the second half. And we just need to put together multiple positive plays in a row. I don't think that's a big ask, but apparently that is really hard to do today against this Drumright team. As we'll get it out to Vita St. Louis, who gets absolutely crushed, but he'll still pick up the first down anyways. As now, 2nd and 9 coming up. Doman looks over the middle, and look at this, Jake Durant with a burst of speed, and he's gonna be gone like a girl in a country song. And he goes for a very nice 69-yard touchdown pass. I mean, look at that separation from Jake Durant, and that burst of speed was the ultimate difference, able to run away from every single person. So we'll take a break from the action as we get a studio update. Coletta is going to remain undefeated for now as they take down the DeSoto Eagles 34-27. Meanwhile, our defense comes back onto the field, and now our team has a little bit of life here. We'll see if our defense can match the energy. First drive of the second half for the Drumright Tornadoes, as Endicott's going to drop back, looks over the middle, and finds Josh Washington for a gain of 6 yards on the play. So now, 2nd and 4 coming up here once more, as Endicott's going to drop back to pass, looks over the middle of the field, and finds his man, Dion Phillips, for a gain of 7 on the play. So another first down for the Tornadoes, and it allows them to bring back the ground game. And Gunter, I thought Condre Gunter was going to be off to the races. Thankfully, one of our linebackers stepped in the last second. Brandon Berry able to make a play there. But on the very next play, though, Endicott out in the motion on the option, and PJ Endicott does not get the ball up. So Brandon Berry is going to get his first TFL, but he's been flying all over this field today. He's got 7 tackles already in this ball game, and it makes this a 3rd and long, a situation that we definitely want to be a part of. Endicott drops back. He's facing some pressure when we bring him down. Let's go, baby! That's what I'm talking about, defense. Way to wake up as a team. Or at least so I thought. We end up going 3 and out on the next possession. Oh, that gave me the ick there. Thought that was a moment that we're going to take over. That was not the case. And now, all of a sudden, it's going to be Drumright. Then again, has the ball in their hands. They had 100 yards of rushing in the first half, but in the second half, we've been doing pretty well, all things considered. But Grayson is going to change that in a heartbeat, as now, off to the races. Can just in time bring him down from behind? He does. But a 51-yard scamper, as just in time makes the touchdown saving tackle. So following the big scamper, a couple plays later, they go back to the ground game for PJ Endicott, who is going to have a convoy personally escort him into the end zone. Touchdown, Tornadoes. And PJ Endicott, once again, is going to go ahead and make this a 2-score game. We might be in some trouble. So the offense is able to get a touchdown earlier in the 3rd quarter. We certainly need another one. Doman's going to start this drive at about the 30-yard line, and Doman will drop back to fast, facing some pressure though, and is going to get it out to Beef Wellington. Beef Wellington nearly able to make that man miss. If he did, oh baby, he was going to be gone for the races. So he had that one-on-one coverage, but still a good game nonetheless. Maybe this could be the spark that our offense desperately needs right now. 2nd and 4 coming up as Doman is in the shotgun. He'll drop back. The Tornadoes send the blitz, but Beef Wellington drops it. That was going to be a first down, and he drops the easy first down, and that's tough because we have literally not converted a single third down today. We're 0 for 4 in that regard, and that's going to continue. We are going to miss yet another third down conversion, so we had to go ahead, punt this ball away, and we're just kind of hoping that our defense can make another play for us, because it just simply hasn't happened today, and it looks like it's continuing to not happen as James Grayson, again, is going to burn us. A 17-yard scamper this time, not as long as what we saw on the previous drive, but it's still bad. As on the very next play, Reese White gets the quick catch. Dalton Berrettine will eventually come down and make the tackle. That's going to be the end of your third quarter. And it just seems like it's one of those games where not much is going right here in this ball game. We're going to need a miracle. Well, not a miracle, but we're going to need some help for sure if we're going to make this desperate comeback. So here we are in the fourth quarter, and the Drum Right Tornadoes have the ball. 2nd and 4 to start this fourth quarter of action as Endicott drops back, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. That's exactly what we needed as Chase Henry, he stays persistent and is able to get his second sack of the ball game. Makes this a 3rd and 13. We'll see if Chase Henry can go ahead and make this a hat trick as the pass rushers are going to try to get loose. Endicott drops back, and oh, he nearly had that 3rd sack. He was right there, but hey, the Tornadoes, they had to punt the ball away, and now we got a little bit of life here as we throw to the left-hand side. Did Beef Wellington make that catch? Good Lord, he might actually did. Let's go into our no huddle just to be sure. We got to go ahead and secure this bag real quick. Getting into the no huddle quickly. We're just about ready to snap the ball yet again. And it's going to be Vita St. Louis trying to run the ball. And it's going to be a 7-yard gain on the play. Vita St. Louis will go ahead and secure that big passing play for us. So allow us to get back into our typical offense. And it's simply at this point, let Cayman Doman cook. And Doman, he steps out of bounds, but he had more space to work through. Just made a little too dramatic of a cut there. But we are in the red zone nonetheless. These points are going to be big for us. 3rd and 5 coming up, still looking for our first down conversion. And it looks like Danico Fala Jr. is finally going to get us that first down conversion that we're looking for. As you see the total yards between Drum Right and us, they have literally dominated us in this game. At least when you look at a lot of key scores, stats and metrics. But if we can punch it in here, it's just a 1-score game. And sure enough, Caden Doman is going to make that happen. Touchdown, Pirates! And the Gore High School Pirates are going to be just 1 possession away from retaking the lead. But another studio update awaits. And here's a team that we're going to play soon, the Ada Cougars. And Ada's putting together a good campaign so far. 4-1. And they take down Capitol Hill. But we do have a couple of upsets. McLeod is going to beat Garber, so they'll likely fall to the top 25. And then Norman, given everything that Mustang High can handle too. So that's certainly another close game to watch. But one thing is certain. We need this ball back at least one more time. Can the defense make a big play? 3rd and 5. Endicott drops back, looks over to the left-hand side. It's intercepted. Zaire Joseph is still on his feet. He's still going. And he's finally dropped inside the 15-yard line. Zaire Joseph with the play of the game. And now here comes the Gore Pirates storming right back. 1st and 10 coming up following the interception. And Doman is going to go play action. Doman going to go ahead and scramble himself. He gets out of bounds and makes this a 2nd and short. We'll rely on our fullback, Jake Durant, who has 1 touchdown earlier. Make it 2. Jake Durant might just give the Gore Pirates the lead. And after a successful extra point, we got it. So under 3 minutes left to play. Drum Right finds itself down for the first time today. And we'll see how they respond. Anything can happen here in these rivalry weekends. Tonight is no exception. 2nd and 6 coming up as Endicott is going to hand it off to Gunter. And Gunter is going to go ahead and pick up the first down once more. But a second and long coming up, as it looks like they might need at least 2 more first downs to get into the fringe field goal range for Drum Right's kicker. Might be a little bit more of a shoe-in now, but with high school kickers, you truly never know what you are going to get. As we got a 3rd and long coming up, Drum Right's going to need some yards for sure, as Ennicott's going to drop back to pass, looks over the middle, and he drops it. That's big, because even if that's caught and it's not a first down, this field goal is a lot easier, but they're going to attempt a 52-yard field goal. We'll see if he has the juice. The kick is up, and it's short. It's no good. And the Gore Pirates, they are going to hang on after all. Gore is going to win 21-20, and a 4th quarter storming allows the Gore Pirates to have one of their best starts in recent history. The Gore Pirates are going to be 4-1 here in this first season of this Oklahoma high school dynasty, and we might be in the midst of a Cinderella run here, ladies and gentlemen, because that was a big time victory for our squad. Listen, I told you that these rivalry games can get weird, and boy, did we nearly have a stumble here. But we found a way to get the job done, but our offense was severely limited today. Caden Doman did not have his best performance. While he was efficient at 11 for 15, 156 yards, half of those did come on one throw, and we also did throw an interception today with our senior quarterback. Meanwhile, on the ground, we were also limited as well. Had a hard time getting our ground game going. Via St. Louis did get going when it mattered the most, 12 carries for 57 yards, while Caden Doman did find the end zone, and so did our tight end, Jake Durant. Now, speaking of Jake Durant, he was certainly the spark that we desperately needed in this rivalry game. His 69-yard score, which was very nice, by the way, sparked our team in a massive way. We desperately needed that because our other receivers really didn't do much of anything in this ball game. Jody Gentry was also quiet. He only had 1 drop. And defensively, well, we did just enough to win this game. Brandon Berry led the team in tackles today. He had 10 total tackles in the ball game. He also had guys like Dalton Barrentine help out, Porter Winstead, Justin Time, and Adrian Waters also make plays throughout the course of this ball game. And not to mention, we forced several sacks as well. Chase Henry had another breakout performance. Our freshman starter had 4 solo tackles, 3 TFLs, and 2 sacks. So did Cairo Cox and Porter Winstead, who were able to get to his quarterback, and we got the turnover that we desperately needed. Zaire Joseph's interception, and he nearly returned it back as well. It set our team up for the opportunity to take the lead, and that score that we got after that interception was the ultimate difference. Zaire Joseph, he's definitely my player of the game on the defensive side of football, especially when it comes down to being clutch. But next episode, we will get back into 4A sectional action. Next episode will have us going on the road for the very first time in a few weeks, actually. We'll be taking on Cassia Hill, who's been having a solid season of their own. But the Gore Pirates are rolling here in year number 1. We're going to seek that 5-1 record in the next episode. But I'll leave this Cassia Hall game for the next time that you see this series. Hopefully you have been enjoying the series so far, and it's been fun to be able to play this mod. And if you agree that you enjoy seeing the Oklahoma high school football mod here on this channel, I need you guys to go ahead and do me a massive favor. Smack that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you do have to be brand new to the channel. This is John Jake Gaming on the mic signing off. Hope you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.